KDX 250, a gas 300 Enduro and a DR 250. We're going for a ride, and it's not like the normal ride that I do or have done, but today is going to be good, I reckon. Welcome back to the channel. This is Q, Ghost Grizzo, and I'm not on the Grizzo today. I'm on the DR 250, and we're riding some river tracks on the Selwyn River, taking up some back tracks and enjoying a bit of the off-road stuff. And my apologies, it's been a long time since I've put a camera onto my helmet, and for some of my scenes, for the first little bit, I'm pointing a little bit downwards, but you'll get the feel, She's all good. Hey, you know what, I don't mind getting a little bit off-road, and I always enjoy sort of exploring those off-road tracks, even on the almighty Grizzo. But of course today, not on that, and it's a great little bike, this wee DR 250. The suspension in the rear is quite soft, and my corpse sitting on top of it, it does feel like a well-sprung limousine, but it's still got a bit of go in it, and it's a good lot of fun. Back as a young fella, my father had a CT90, the old step-through farm bike, postie bike as it were, and what a great machine that was. And I used to rip around the paddocks when I could get a chance, and through the forestry and so on. And my father used it to get around and do possum hunting, possum trapping, and cart the possums back home again. I'd often ride two up, and yeah, great wee bike, very capable. So I didn't have any concerns about ripping it up and having a good one, so on. And then we also had a wee Suzuki motorcycle, I can't remember what it was, but that too was also a good one to rip around on the paddocks with. And then we left those areas where we had those bikes, and I never had one. I used to ride my push bike and used to love getting off track there as well, off on the farm tracks and river and forestry tracks as well. And oh, what a great time. I've always enjoyed that off-road sort of stuff. So since my teenage years, I stopped riding the motorcycle, and it wasn't until a car broke that I ended up buying a little wee 200, a CM200T, little wee Honda. And what a great bike that was to get back into the motorcycling thing, and where we've ended up now is just really cool, and all part of that. Coming back to revisit some of this is something else, and it feels kind of natural. The bike flows around underneath you on the gravel, a bit of a spin and a bit of this and a bit of that, and get a little bit out of shape. It's just fun. You move that much on the tarmac, and you feel like you're about to do a high side, low side, or a near-death experience. This sort of thing, the further you slide, the more it's yeehaw, woohoo! It is much like riding a bike. It's kind of natural, and these tracks being very tight, and the first time I've ever encountered them, this felt cool. My biggest problem was, I think, that I am a little bit older than what I was back in my teenage years, is that your mind, your soul, I should say more so, your soul wants to twist the throttle, get it going, go fast, and maybe leave the ground and have a little bit more of that young adventure. But then the responsible mind says, your body is old, your body is big, it's going to fall hard, it's going to hurt a lot, and you might even break something. And you think of all the responsibilities and the stuff you need to be right and fit for, so you kind of, it tears down the thoughts of the soul. And I know that a lot of motorcyclists that have done motorcycle racing or enjoy the off-road stuff, they're into the trail riding as well now these days, it seems. I see a lot of it on the Facebook, and hey, look, that's looking very appealing too. But I only got the Grizzo, and to do that I would need to get another bike, and I'm not quite ready for that yet. The one thing about this sort of riding, because it is kind of like intense, you're not going fast, even though you're changing direction often and quickly. It feels so much faster than what you really are traveling. The mind that it takes, having to focus on direction or focus on how you haven't gone in the right direction is, it is really, really revitalizing to the mind and the soul, because like you're not thinking, you can't think about anything else. And I think it's part of what motorcycling kind of brings and gives to the rider, is that disconnect from all that other trash that's going on in our mind or in our lives, and just sort of takes it to another place just to step away. And yeah, in this case, it's taking me back to when I was a child. What's going to be going on here? I wonder. I'm not too sure about this river. It's a little bit swiftly and crossy. Well, that's how he does it. It's not that, doesn't look that hard, eh? You gotta be careful getting bogged down in there. Oh, this is how we do it. This is how no. Okay. Yeah, I thought I had mastered it, and I got caught on a rock at the front, and I twisted around and just did a donut.
I'll just catch my breath. So just straight up there, eh?
Yeah, anywhere here is fine.
Okay, let's see how it's done. Oh, he did it. That's how you do it. I gotta get inspired.
Gotta get across this bloody thing. We did a bit of a thing there.
You'll lose control and just go wherever you go.
It's all right. No worries.
No.
Too easy. As soon as you lose that traction and forward motion, bloody hell. Shit, they could do well with a bar right there, serving nice cold waters.
Well, they've got one at the end of the ride.
I must say, we've been going for a little while now, and I am getting a little bit weary, and that's the problem when a little bit older, is that your stamina, especially, I've not done this sort of stuff for decades, and I'm not that well fit for this type of thing. But the old crossy of the river, I got over that last one there, so this one hopefully won't be quite as bad, and I didn't drop it at least. That's got to be a positive thing. Last thing I want to do is have to tip a bike up on its back end and try and drain water out of the fuel system.
Oh yeah, something different.
What a cracker day for it though. As Big Mr. D says, if it was a little bit damp, it might have been a little bit more fun because a little bit more of the old slippy slidey. But I'm not so disappointed. It's there's enough slippy slidey for me, and it's not that bad really. Ooh-wee. A little bit of slippy slidey, huh? Even in the dry. Weaving along these tracks, you can see where the forward drives may have come down for a bit of a blast on these river tracks, and then there's numerous tracks that go off left and right and all over the show through the scrub and through the course. Way too easy to get lost.
Is he still up there? Alright.
Oh well, the lost one is found. Well, actually it's not him that got lost, it was me that got lost. I got a little bit messed up, I didn't really see where he disappeared to. You may have noted I'm not on the old DR at the moment. We've swapped bikes and I'm on the KDX 200 two-stroke monster, and a very different ride compared to the DR, which I believe needs a little bit of suspension work. It's very soft in the rear and just rides really smooth, which is not a bad thing. I actually really enjoyed it, probably more so. The KDX is solid, firm, but responsive as hell, turns fabulously. You just feel rattled because of course there's not as much bounce and give when you hit the bumps and stuff. Yeah, it's a different ride altogether.
Bloody good. Back on the LIMO.
Well, we've been out on the bed there, on the river bed there for it seems like maybe a couple of hours, maybe an hour and a half. I'm not 100% certain, the time's gone so fast, but oh damn, it's gone so slow. The way that my body is feeling right now, my arms, my whole body is feeling a little bit wrecked, a little bit exhausted. So I am quite pleased to be on the straight ride, flat ride, and yeah, just a little bit of relaxation. That gas is a mighty fine bike too.
Damn, that was a good fun time. So it's a little bit different than riding the old Grizzo on the road, even though I do take the Grizzo off the road. A different ball game altogether. It's wicked. I did have a little wee short bladder on the old gas 300 Enduro, and damn, I tell you what, you get yourself in trouble with that thing. Just the wrong twist of the throttle, you'd probably be up on your backside. I seriously feel wrecked. Well, that was a good ride. Exhausting, I gotta say. Just got home. Definitely a different ride from getting out on the the mighty Grizzo. It's a real beast, and it's certainly been some places, but I don't think it would be the smartest place to take it on that track we've just done. I'm going to cook me up a little bit of something to snack to on. Some fish with some teriyaki. Get it on the grill. That was a mighty fun ride. Sometimes you get asked to come and do something and you think, oh well, you know, I can do that, but sometimes it's just nice to chill and not do anything or do something else, whatever. But I'm really stoked that I said, yeah, I'm there, and I was. A great feed after riding on the river bed. I've still got a smile. I'm still smiling. I'm a bit of pain, discomfort in my legs, my wrists, my shoulders, my back, and I got wet feet. But I'm still smiling.